Hello and welcome to this new part of Super Danganronpa Another 2. Last time we came to the shocking conclusion that Shinji probably committed suicide to protect Yuki and Sora from becoming the Blackened.
Yeah, big bummer hours. Shinji's throw really sucks. But anyway, we're gonna see what the hell he did in order to make that a thing, and then we'll probably address where the hell the gun went, because it obviously would show some residue in a fire. Nikkei, if you want evidence, then I've got some. Shinji's body actually had a lot more wounds than just the ones on his neck.
Other than the ones on the neck? Those were from the fire, right?
Cuts? Cuts from the fire? That would be burns. No, that's what I thought earlier. But there were a lot of scratches on his body. Oh, color me impressed. To think that someone other than me would notice those amongst all the burnt marks. Scratches? There were scratches? When I cut Shinji's throat, there were no wounds other than the ones on his... I'm asking just to be sure. Nikkei, did you make those? Of course not. And considering he'd still be alive if I did that, then I would be.
You would have most likely become the culprit.
The last person to harm the victim. Correct, the last person to harm the victim becomes the culprit. Yep, thank you, Mikado. Exactly my point. Have you forgotten? You haven't forgotten that, have you?
Wait, so is that it? Even after getting fatal injuries by me and Sora, Big Bro was still alive? Then he hurt himself, so by those rules, he becomes the culprit?
That doesn't feel right, though. People usually don't die from those scratches. But fire, Nikkei. Fire. Fire, buddy. Use brain. You write all these articles all the time. I'm so fed up with you. Please, use your brain. Even if you create those wounds yourself, they aren't critical enough to kill you. So his death would have come from his neck wound anyways. Easy there. Recall that the monochrome file didn't report the cause of death in this case. Whether or not the cause of death is recorded on the monochrome file is in itself a very important clue. Just like the time of death last trial. If this case ended with Albino Girl cutting his throat, then there would be no reason to hide the cause of death. But the cause of death was missing. So that means that there was a need to hide it in accordance with its intent.
But as Nikkei said, saying that the cause of death was those scratches does sound a bit off.
Now, the cause of death would have been from suffocation for inhaling too much carbon monoxide caused by the fire.
Caused by the fire? Well, I guess that's what we thought when we first found the body. A true firefighter death, I see.
Yeah.
I thought he was burnt, not suffocated to death.
If he was burned to death, there should have been more time till the body discovery announcement. Simply put, it takes too long for a human being to burn to death. Yeah, you suffocate quicker than you burn. Correct, it's common knowledge that a human dies more easily from suffocation than from incineration in a fire. And you would say that, wouldn't you, Mr. Fire Mage? You would say that, wouldn't you? You would know. I can guarantee that it is the truth as the Flame Wizard myself. Yep. I knew you were going there, you shit.
Not the best time for it, Mikado.
I'm on his hand in marriage. Anyway. Normally, you would be able to see distinct marks on the face if someone died from inhaling less excess carbon. Good God. Monoxide. He was burned to the point where the face was unrecognizable, so we aren't 100% sure. And how can you be so sure that he died from suffocation? Because that's the only way. The only way he could have ended his life as fast as possible. Yep, and he wanted to beat it from instead of drowning.
Yeah.
His own blood. Probably first tried hurting himself by crashing his body into stuff, but he soon knew that wasn't going to cut it. Call it luck or whatever, but he had actually caused a fire doing so. So then he probably decided to end himself that way. There is proof to suggest this happened, actually. It was all over the power room. Proof that Shinji tried to hurt himself. As Shobai just said, there were traces of it inside the power room. Probably the broken machines?
Yeah. I mean, we don't have much else, just the burnt stun gun at this point.
Yeah. Considering the relation between the fire and the scratches, Shinji must have bashed his body against the power room's machines to hurt himself. Most of the machines inside of the power room were badly damaged. I mean, he's a big dude, so, and like, if you're doing full intent shoulder check, yeah, break some shit. Not to mention there being traces of blood on them. If someone the size of Shinji crashed into those machines with full force, I assume it would be enough to break them and cause a fire.
Hold on. Now we're getting evidence left and right here. To be honest, I was half sure at first. But now it really feels like Shinji was alive at that point.
I see. Sora, Yuki, and Nikkei said they didn't know about the fire, and all the others have alibis, so... They didn't even enter the power room in the first place. But if Shinji was alive and did some act to end his own life, all of this makes sense. What a remarkable conclusion that explains everything! Even someone as brain dead as Iroha can understand this.
Don't call me brain dead!
But am I really wrong?
No.
I'm sorry, the hesitation for delivering that was golden. Okay. In a sense, this trial only took longer because the three of you were stubborn and kept saying your own thing. I should have interfered from the start. Wasted so much fucking time. I guess even Yuki and I weren't rational enough to check if Shinji was actually dead or not. That was why we never even thought of Shinji being alive and soon killing himself.
No way. So, it was just Shinji's suicide all along? There are still some things I don't get, but if Shinji really did take his own life, then Sora and Nikkei both aren't culprits. Nobody here has to die. Except for poor Shinji who died for your sins.
Yeah. Taking a page out of Ayame's book, I guess.
Man. Monocro, if the culprit's dead, then nobody has to die, right?
Well, if the culprit really did kill himself, then yes. I'm not into pulling apart dead bodies for that kind of stuff. Okay, so you're not like Monokuma. God bless you.
Thank God.
This is why Monocro is the best mascot. I love you. Little Crow, man. You are my favorite.
You had him, Sora. I don't know why you did such a thing, but you...
That doesn't mean I'm going to forgive her. Do you realize what kind of despicable act you've done?
Do you realize that you're the one who started this?
Do you think he cares? If we do survive this, I'm not going to go over this matter that easily.
Where? Big talk.
Wah, big whiny brat man. It's okay. You're just really mad that you weren't conscious for unconsensual handholding.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I couldn't resist with that one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Of course I'll pay my price. I'll do anything you want. Don't phrase it like don't sweetie. You never say this to a man. Don't do this.
And also, you're going to regret that after a while because we still have to burn stun gun.
Yeah, see, sorry, one, you never say this to a man, especially not Nikkei, the fucking pervert. And two, like, no, we're not done here.
happy conclusion I wanted, but it's over, right? Then let's vote for the... Wait. Yuki realized. Ryuki realized that...
Mans was like, we haven't talked about the stun gun, and we also don't know where the gun is.
Who the fuck kidnapped me? And also, Shinji died for my sins. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Big Bro killed himself? Sure, we might have evidence. But why? He tried to kill me and attack Nikkei.
You still aren't getting it, my guy. Oh my god.
Why would someone like that suddenly decide to kill himself? He basically threatened 2 lives and then saved 3 lives. I just don't understand. Yuki, you've been closest to him. You should understand.
Yuki's also on his hysteria brain.
Yeah.
And he's also got he's also got like the biggest depresso ever kind of gnawing into his consciousness. So we gotta look at it like that. I don't think he's in his right mind, if I'm honest.
Yeah. That's not the issue here. The issue is getting the culprit right. No, this is a class trial. This is an important matter, no doubt. It's important for my closure.
Yeah, let him have his closure, goddamn.
If there's a reason for doubt, then we should discuss about it. I mean, don't you guys feel it's weird? Why did he suddenly have to take his own life? What if we're missing something?
Looking at the evidence, Shinji must have killed himself, that's for sure. By ending the class trial right here and now, all 3 of us would survive. We've been through a lot, but that would be the best outcome we could get results-wise. Should we be fine with it?
I mean, if you have the time, then why not?
I mean, Monocro's not pressuring you to vote, so yeah, go nuts. Yuki has a point. With Shobai's help and a bit of reasoning, we were able to deduce that Shinji took his own life. But we've only reached the conclusion. We still don't know the whole story. Did Shinji really take his own life? If he did, then for what reason?
It's time to slap Nikkei.
We kind of know why. But at the same time, yeah, I know, we should.
Getting nervous?
A little nervous dummy.
Why isn't anyone speaking? Does anyone know why Shinji committed suicide? Shobai, you know something, right?
Dude, can't you solve anything by yourselves? You incompetent idiots! You think I'm one of those futuristic cat-like robots that grants wishes or some shit?
Madoka?
I think so. I think that's the reference he's making. You don't have to know all that to deduce this case was caused by Shinji Kasai committing suicide. Every alibi fit, the plot was well scripted, and the case is sealed. Don't you get it? All's well that ends well. Who gives a shit about why he killed himself?
Well, the person who was closest to him?
Yeah, I know, but Shobai doesn't care. So you all should vote and get the hell out of here. Every alibi fits. Plot being scripted? Wait, something's up.
Why are you doing this to me,
This is a real
Ricardo?
pinch. Sora, I see that you're pondering something. You see, I've been wondering about something as well. Don't you hate it when you know something's up but you don't know what that is? How about we share about what has been bugging us? You're picking up bullets from him.
Ah, thank God. I
Yeah.
was about to think it was Rebuttal Showdown.
Nah, you're picking up bullets from him.
Oh, thank God.
He's a helpful boy. He's the best.
I want to put a ring on his finger.
Ah, yeah, we gotta avoid the normal words and collect the truth bullets. And it's all from the line right. Right.
Yeah.
Du-du-du.
You're basically playing Frogger with text.
Yeah. Thanks for the help.
I thought about this, and I
ouch.
don't think Shinji would kill himself for no reason. If Shinji suddenly decided to kill himself, then something must have happened to him in the power room. With this in mind, we should— God, he's so fast. After this case was— oh my god, never mind. I'm not reading you. I love you, but I can't do this. Like, genuinely, I love him, but oh my god, I can't.
Burn stun gun. We didn't use that yet.
Yeah.
I love them. They're so good.
And we gotta slap Nikkei.
Yeah.
It's time to put a nail in the coffin for this divorce.
Yes. We gotta sign it.
I gotta sign. She's gotta sign her name. That reminds me, didn't Yuki say that he was kidnapped by someone? Does anyone know who that someone could be?
What are you talking about, Sora? What does that have to do with the reason Shinji killed himself?
I mean... Yoriko, I wish you had a brain. There was a burnt stun gun lying around on the crime scene. You told me that you blacked out suddenly, right, Yuki? Perhaps he was attacked by someone using that stun gun.
A stun gun, huh? I think I did feel a jolt or something like that.
Why bring that up? Don't you feel like something's off? If Shinji really is the culprit and he took his own life, why was Yuki kidnapped and by whom?
Even I didn't think that one through. I guess I was too focused on the culprit's identity.
Well, it's Shinji, obviously. You
Dipshit.
are reaching for straws.
Dipshit.
Little fucker. According to our line of reasoning, the only one to have hostile intent against our group was Shinji. Nikkei, shut the fuck up. You said that when you called Shinji over to the power room. You found Yuki there, right? If Shinji was the one who ambushed Yuki, then it would have been before he met up with Nikkei. Don't you think that's a bit weird?
Yeah.
It also, like, throws a wrench in the order of events that we've already fucking established. Why would you kidnap someone only to meet up with someone else right after?
It's a bit weird, I guess.
Especially if it's right in the same fucking room, like, hello?
Yeah, no one would do that.
It's like, no. I know Shinji's dumb, okay? I know Shinji's not smart, but no, this would not happen.
I don't know. No offense, but he might have just been, you know, a bit crazy in the head.
Yoriko, shut up.
Let's not talk about Shinji that way.
I just want Yoriko to stop being a
Yeah.
misandrist for 5 fucking minutes.
If we're going by Nikkei's words, then Shinji was helping Void behind our backs and even tried to kill Yuki and Nikkei. By Nikkei's words. Even if he did take his own life, maybe he was just one of those people who put up a front around us but was acting crazy behind our backs. Ha ha ha.
Haha. I see that Shinji's image has fallen way off a cliff.
Yeah, for no goddamn reason.
This is why I can't stand Yoriko.
I'm just saying this on an assumption that Shinji was behind all this.
With no fucking basis!
I didn't intend to mock the dead, even if they were the bad guy.
Going by Nikkei's words, wait.
You know that one image of grabbing a cat by the neck? You and stuff?
Yeah. People have made memes of that shit, actually. It's really funny. But yeah, Nikkei is the cat. You are correct.
It is-
Sora's got him by his throat. Like, you. Like, Shinji's
is,
on the
yeah.
ground, over in the background, and Nikkei's pinned under Sora with a hand on his neck. You.
Yes, this is the situation. It fits perfectly.
Yeah, it works. What? What about it? She knows. Girly knows. Girly pop knows.
Sora?
Nikkei, there is one thing I need to clear up with you. When you gathered us in the meeting room to tell us Shinji might be the traitor...
Yeah, what about it?
Where were you and what were you doing after that meeting?
Sora, what's the matter?
Yoriko, please don't interrupt us for a moment. This is a very important matter that we're dealing with here.
What do you mean? I went straight to talk with Shinji.
After calling him out to the power room?
Yeah?
But why the power room? Why call Shinji over to such a creepy and dark place?
As I mentioned before, even I didn't know well enough about the identity of the person working for Void. I just didn't want unwanted people from entering or hearing our business, that's all.
I found that a bit suspicious, Nikkei. If you really did believe that Shinji was the traitor, shouldn't you have acted with a bit more caution?
Yeah.
Considering your neck is out right now. Considering how Mikado feels about your betrayal at the moment.
What are you trying to pull here? You better have a good reason for picking apart everything I say.
I mean, doesn't everyone agree on this? If Shinji really was a dangerous threat, and Nikkei basically walked straight into the tiger's den, alone and willingly.
Come to think of it, you're right. Why didn't I notice that? Hey, Nikkei, why would you do something so risky? Because you is the bitch. It was never Shinji.
Isn't it obvious? He's the mastermind behind this case, that's why.
What?
Wait, Shobai, I thought you said you wouldn't interfere with this matter.
You know what's the most annoying thing about this trial?
Nikkei being a little bitch?
I can't end it on my own. I have to wait for you idiots.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I know. I'd be pretty fed up too.
If you idiots aren't satisfied with just the culprit's identity and want to know the whole picture, then I figure I should just join and get this over with quickly.
Wait, Sora, so you are agreeing with Shobai that Nikkei was the mastermind of this case?
I'd say it's still based on instinct. But considering Shobai's on my side, there seems to be some logical ground behind all this. Yeah, because Shobai isn't known for spreading bullshit other than, like, the first case, because he was literally testing you guys to see if you could root out red herrings. He's taking this all seriously now because his life's fucking on the line, and there's more risk involved.
Of course there is. I'm genuinely surprised you fools haven't realized it yet.
Wait, you should have told us sooner if you had realized the truth.
What for? Why the hell do I have to care about what Nikkei Yomiuri schemed under your noses? All we gotta do is vote Shinji Kasai, and bam, the trial would have been over. This is like a bonus stage, a complete waste of time that doesn't contribute to anything to my progress.
It contributes to beating Nikkei's ass.
I know, but Shobai doesn't care. That's the thing. Shobai just doesn't care. He doesn't care about any of it. He just wants to not be here. But you're still going to help us, right?
Huh? Help? Yeah, that might be the word for it, I guess. Honestly, you don't even have to think too deep about this. The one who kidnapped Yuki Imaida, the one who framed Shinji Kasai, was all done by that reporter over there.
Framed?
Wait, what does that mean? Nikkei, you're not gonna say all that stuff you told me was a lie, are you?
Now we get to the meat and potatoes.
Oh.
I did all that because I believed your words.
Taria?
If there was any ill intent in all this, I will never forgive you. You answer me, Nikkei.
What? What are they even talking about?
He's the reason that they were all locked in Babel.
Bitch?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bitch?
I knew you wouldn't take this well.
What a face.
Oh, it gets better. Nikkei?
You all got some fucked up sense of humor. Me, the mastermind of this case?
My friend, I clocked you the first second.
Oh yeah, he's super suspicious. That's fine.
I'm a victim here for crying out loud, you little shit. Look, I'm trying my best out here to try and fuck over Mikado. And you won't believe me? The hell?
Answer the question, Nikkei. Were you the one who ambushed me? And what do you mean framing, big bro? Tell us the truth.
Let's not do this, guys. We could have all but taken the easy way out. As if I haven't got enough shit to deal with. If you guys don't believe me, then I can't trust you back.
As if that matters right now, bud. As if that fucking matters at the moment. Nikkei, I know I should be ripped to shreds for what I did to you. And we're even going so far as to suspect you. I imagine that you're angry and upset. You have every right to be, but that is exactly why you need to sincerely answer us. If you were truly innocent, then I might have sinned again against you. But even so, this is something we cannot overlook.
Oh, girlie, you can go even harder against him. I don't mind. Tear him to shreds.
Listen, Sora. This is already a really messy divorce. It's fine to make it messier. Come on now. I mean, we still have yet to reach the Sanyom divorce portion of this case. That gets fun.
Shut up! You think that you have any right to suspect me, you dirty rat? Girl's not worthy, eh? Then how about I take over, little newsie? The fact that the stun gun found on the crime scene was burnt means that it was there before the fire even happened. Thus, the person who had the stun gun has to have visited the power room before the crime had happened.
That would be Sora, Yuki, and Nikkei, right?
Correct. The stun gun was probably used immediately after the meeting. Hey, fact check this for me. You said you were attacked shortly after leaving the meeting room?
Yep.
You've got to be kidding me. Sora and Yuki were there in that break room as well. And Sora, you went to the power room, so shouldn't she be a suspect as well?
Funnily enough, considering that she fell and that Iroha is a witness to that, it's a little unlikely.
Considering Iroha's the one who fucking pushed her.
No, Sora has an alibi. She talked with me on the top floor after leaving the meeting room. You remember that, don't you, Sora?
Huh?
You met up with me, remember? We're talking your alibi here. I mean, I still don't get the stuff you did this case, but whatever happened, happened. Right now, you should focus on the trial.
Oh, yes, she's right. I had a conversation with her shortly after leaving the meeting room.
Oh, Sora, there you are. You alone?
Yeah, excluding Yuki Maeda himself, Albino Girl has an alibi. So by process of elimination, the only person capable of using that stun gun on Yuki Maeda is Newsy. That may be true if we're looking at our alibis, but Sora is in a much more suspicious position if we look at the bigger picture. She used some witchcraft to go through the floor and ended up below the power room.
What, is this a witch trial now?
He really wants the fire out from under his ass, okay? Just, he's struggling. He's really struggling in this divorce, alright? It's really beating his ass.
How do you explain that?
Well,
she might have used some other trick to kidnap Yuki and brought him to the power room.
Oh my god. Buddy, you are grasping at straws.
That is a much more plausible explanation, I'd say. Well, Sora, try disproving that.
I can't tell you the exact details about what happened then. But how I fell from the top floor and ended up there has nothing to do with this case. Please trust me on this. Are you defending Iroha?
I mean, it would make things unnecessarily messy at this point. We are focusing
Yeah,
on
well,
clapping
it would.
Nikkei's ass, not Iroha.
I mean, both Shobai and Sora already know that Iroha fucking pushed her.
Yeah.
Just, it hasn't been addressed because it's not important at the moment.
See? She's hiding something. And trust? Well, that's fucking hilarious. You think we care about trust when when we sent Hajime and Emma and the twins to hell? This bitch dirtied my hand just because she was too scared to take the shot herself.
She was holding it, and you're so overdramatic. Anyway.
And you guys say you can't trust me, but you believe her?
Easy.
He's pissed.
Spreading fake news even inside a trial, eh? Hey, Nosy, shut the fuck up. They all got alibis. Maybe you should stop worrying about your hands being dirty and worry about your ears. If Normie Boy got kidnapped right after leaving the break room, how the hell can Albino Girl achieve that while talking with the hostess? That doesn't prove that I had the stun gun. Are you suspecting me just based on the process of elimination? I mean, how else are they supposed to fucking... whatever. Of course, it's not like that... Of course, that's not all there is to it. You said you've got attacked by Shinji Kasai in the power room? Now that's comedy if I've ever seen it.
But Shobai, even Sora and Yuki stated that Nikkei was unconscious, and Sora even went as far as to use Nikkei's hands. He would have realized what was going on if he was just pretending.
Who said he was pretending? Of course he was out cold for real.
Yeah, because Shinji clapped his ass.
Yep.
Then why? He actually fainted for real? Wait, I got it.
Yep, if he was actually carrying the stun gun, he would have been able to use it on himself to knock himself out.
I would also create a feedback loop realistically, but this is fiction, so I'll let it go. You got literally the training that people do in order to get themselves stunned. The reason that law enforcement like someone else will do the stunning on you instead is so that your muscles don't lock up and you aren't stuck electrocuting yourself and dying. So realistically, this is not possible. However, they are one, in a virtual reality, and two, it's fiction, so I'm letting it go.
Yeah.
What? You say I used the stun gun on myself? I wanted to talk about fake news. We've got a newbie fantasy writer here. Fake? Then why don't you explain what happened? What did Shinji Kasai use to knock you out? I don't know. He kind of just tackled me suddenly.
Then wouldn't you have bruises?
Go on, keep feeding your bullshit.
Where are your bruises, eh?
Yeah, where are the bruises, Nikkei? Strip off that cloak and coat and let me see.
If you got knocked out from getting tackled, it was either because the impulse you received was massive, or he hit your vital points. That kind of injury is sure to leave a mark somewhere on your body.
I love this line, hold on.
So come here and get naked. Don't worry, I'll be gentle.
Oh my god. Screen cap that one.
I fucking love Shobai. He's so fucking funny. Help. Nikkei did look somewhat awkward now that I think about it. Amidst all the debris and chaos in the crime scene, he looked unusually unharmed lying down.
You're right, I only caught a glimpse, but there was no sign of injury or struggle on Nikkei. Hold on! That means that when he said that it was all started when Shinji attacked him, this Brett lied about everything from the start?
Bingo!
That's not all. If Shinji Kasai didn't attack Nikkei Yomiuri, that means he didn't have any reason to.
No reason to attack? So that implies... It was all a lie. The talk about a traitor, Big Bro being suspicious, everything?
I told you that Newsy framed Shinji Kasai. I don't know his objective, but his goal was probably to cause a fire between Yuki Maeda and Shinji Kasai from the start.
Nikkei Yomiuri, you little...
Idiots.
What?
I don't know a single thing about what you're talking about. Don't play dumb, you little bastard! Oh no? Don't care. You got any proof?
You need to get clapped so bad.
He is the biggest fucking brat in this cast next to Yoriko, and I stand by that. Like, he's even brattier than Yuki, but at least he's interesting, which is why I tolerate him a bit more.
And I'm not talking about some loose conviction you've got against me. If you haven't got proof, you can always fabricate the truth. That's how it works with the scope. You can create the most horrifying rumors about the kindest people. You can make political giants fight each other over a simple lie. That's how easy it is, man.
Nikkei, so are those renowned articles that you've been putting up?
So what? If you've got nothing to back your words up, every lie has the potential to become the absolute truth. That's how society works. So let me see some evidence that I caused everything, damn it!
Is this really Nikkei?
Apparently.
Yeah, this is how he is. It's fine. Is this the Nikkei we knew all along? Yep. He's a bit of a shit. It's fine. He was a void, but he put his trust in us by betraying the voids. Sorta! He kinda double-handed you there. And I've done something horrible to him. He was fucking with you. Perhaps I don't have the right to condemn him. Yes, you do! But even so, he must
get his ass clapped.
He needs the karmatic justice, girly!
Oh no, this is gonna suck.
You ready for TTS?
This is gonna suck.
Yeah,
so
he's kind of fast, so you really have to focus.
This is gonna be a struggle.
Yeah, just a little bit, but you'll do it.
Hermes.
Yeah.
How many?
Oh yeah. Yeah, pink takes like 5. We're gonna need something to help with this next time. Fucking forgot about the pink points. Those take forever. I like to imagine the reason that he's harder is because he talks so fucking much.
Probably. Man, all this talk of fake news is taking me out.
I mean, like, you're almost done with him. You're doing pretty well.
The trick really is in remembering how much each needs.
Yeah, it's more just getting rid of them in order.
And not taking unnecessary shots.
Yep, that too. Missing gun.
Miss... Ah, nee. Die. Come on, dude.
You've got it.
The missing gun.
Yeah, I knew that would get you. That I need you to know that, like, for the KR side of the fandom, they throw that CG around everywhere just because, like, Nikke is like the notorious punching bag for 2, while for 1 it's Kinjo. It's really funny. So they just throw around naked Yomiuri all the time. I just had a thought. If Shinji really did intend on attacking Nikke or Yuki, wouldn't he have used his gun?
The gun? You're right. I completely forgot that we gave Big Bro a gun. And we all even agreed on it.
Correct. If he was really a threat to us, we basically had armed our worst enemy.
But why did you even bring that up?
Think about it. If what Nikke says is true and Shinji was the traitor, why didn't he use the gun to attack Nikke? I see, he had a gun, the most horrifying weapon in human history.
Nuclear weapons.
Yeah, I know, but Mikado's not focused on that right now. And yet he used his body to attack Nikke. Quite strange indeed.
Are you guys stupid? If he shot the gun, I would have immediately died. And everyone would have known who the killer was. You think you'd shoot if you knew you were gonna die from it as well? Shinji isn't stupid. Wait, he was stupid, but he wasn't that dumb.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Nikke.
Hey, Albino, step aside. I'll show you how it's done.
Please to watch.
Yeah.
Nikke Yomiuri, you know very well that there was no gun on Shinji Kasai's corpse. It's very unlikely that he left something as important as a gun lying around. Which means that someone must have stolen it from him.
And by someone, you mean...
Of course, it's newsy, Einstein. Search his body right now. There's a gun hidden somewhere. Hold on a minute. We're not quite sure if he really was carrying the gun with him at all times.
You think he would leave that lying around?
I mean, we can't lock really doors on thingies.
Yeah, you can't lock doors, and no, they were still stuck in Babel Tower. Like, look, everyone was looking around too, so that would be a terrible fucking decision.
Maybe he could have hidden it somewhere else.
No.
A gun of all things? Alright then, group thinking time. Suppose you just got a gun. Would you carry it around at all times, or would you hide it someplace secret?
I mean, if I had access to my room, maybe there, but that wasn't...
just like leave it in there because you don't let anybody in if you have a fucking gun, obviously. However, they did not have access to the monocruise, meaning that isn't an option.
Well, it would be a huge problem if someone steals it or somehow I'll lose it. So I'll probably carry that around with me. Nikke, come here for a sec. Let me check your body.
See, Nikke is already moving up. He already went through a divorce, and now he's getting first by Shobai and Yuki.
No, you can't!
Mikado's having a very good time right now.
He is enjoying the show.
What do you mean I can't? Nikke, you really are the...
Sucks for you, Newsy.
Yeah, you're right. I stole the gun from Shinji.
That is a pretty cool sprite, but you'd still deserve to get clocked.
And it's a fucking revolver, so...
And I am the mastermind who plotted this case.
So it was you.
So what? What difference does it make? I'm not the culprit.
What?
Well, I've got to admit that you did get things right. I was the last one to leave the power room, but when I came back to the crime scene after hearing the body discovery announcement, there were some things I didn't get. I didn't even consider the possibility of Sora interfering with the plan. I just thought it was some other third party. But now I see that it was actually Shinji taking his own life.
So by those words, are you confirming that all of this was a lie? That there was someone helping the Voids and Shinji was that person?
No, I think he was lying way before that. I always thought that you acted a bit suspicious, ever since you bowed down to us.
Yeah.
Not long ago. You don't say he even lied about betraying the Voids.
Didn't I warn you? We Voids are full of liars.
Hey, don't assume that I lied about everything. Part about wanting to kill Mikado was true. It's just that I couldn't tell you every detail about it. All of this was part of the plan to kill Mikado Sonoji.
So you wanted to get the gun, I see.
Sora, if you had just stayed down without doing anything stupid, the plan would have worked.
I did something stupid.
The plan? What plan?
It'll take forever to explain everything, so if I just tell you the basic gist... I wanted to make Yuki Maeda the Blackened. That was my ultimate goal in this case.
What?
Make Yuki the killer, but why? How does that benefit you in any way?
It benefits him in all the ways.
Oh yeah, it ruins the Utsuro plan.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, I get it. Girl,
Yeah, Iroha's the only one who would get it.
girl, you need to shut up.
She needs to not speak, you're right, but like,
What? Iroha, what did you get? What? Oh, I mean, I don't get it.
The one time she knows, and she can't say anything because it would damn her.
Yes.
And Mikado knows too, he's pissed.
Now that we've got the guy, you can finally ask him the question and end the trial.
What question?
What did you mean, what do you mean, what question? The reason we've been dragging this trial was because you wanted to know why Shinji Kasai killed himself. Hey, Newsy, you should know why he picked that option, right? Answer then. As you may have guessed already, Shinji is no traitor. He never even attacked us. He was, simply put, too good for this world. All he wanted to do was protect us.
Wait. If he truly wanted to protect us, then why did he attack me? He never did.
Never did.
He probably rushed to your rescue.
You were paranoid. Also, he threw him out of the way, which means he probably saw that the rubble was coming down and wanted to move Yuki.
Yeah. When I met him in the power room, he ran up to me with a really scary face.
I don't know the exact rundown of what happened because I was knocked out. But that was probably to protect Yuki from harm.
What the heck does that mean?
But I knocked myself out. The power room wasn't in such a mess as right now. Even if Shinji broke the machine parts to cause a fire, the walls and floors should have stayed fine. Perhaps part of the power room came crashing down at that moment. And Shinji leapt at Yuki in order to save him from the debris.
What? What kind of nonsense is that? Did you see it happen or something?
The walls and foundation for the power room were a bit old to begin with. It wouldn't have surprised me if it had broken down even earlier.
Shinji was buried under the debris when I arrived at the power room. If Shinji ran over to Yuki and got buried under the debris afterwards, that means...
No, that shouldn't be it. He did get buried under those pile of rocks, but that was because he crashed into the wall and...
I know that you don't want to admit this, Yuki,
As a person who heard his last words, I can guarantee this. Shinji would never try to attack you. It'll be near impossible to find someone as trustworthy as him.
You think you have the right to say that, Nikkei Yomiuri?
He's already bitter. He's gonna rub salt in all y'all's wounds because he isn't getting his way right now. He's a little shit. It's fine. Heh, you're right. After all, Shinji did die in the end because of me. But all I did was set up the stage. One who actually thought ill of Shinji and attacked him was Yuki, remember?
So, it was my misunderstanding? It was my fault? No, that can't be. I couldn't have done that.
Set up some flags with a rumor about the traitor, act as if you got knocked out by Shinji Kasai. Gave a gun, who you gave a gun. It's almost like you tried to mind control Normie Boy using the situational flags. And he did, and it works.
Yep. But all of this feels too forced. What if Yuki was panicking? Would he really mistake someone trying to save him as someone trying to kill him? And the timing of the walls of the power room coming down, it all feels too perfect.
Guess you still haven't realized it yet.
This world is almost ready. If we voids yearn for it, then whatever process it takes, fate would reward us with the result we wanted.
Wow.
If it hadn't been obvious already, yeah.
That was all the more reason to make Yuki the Blackened before it was too late.
So, why did Shinji commit suicide in the end? You think it was Yuki's ultimate bullshit that compelled Sora?
Got stabbed by Yuki, buried under rubble, and got his throat cut by Sora. If he was still alive after that, and took his own life, there would be only one reason why he would do that. To save Yuki and make him not the Blackened. That was why he took his own life.
This is absolutely just an Ayame mirror.
But in the end, it was Sora that made the finishing blow on him.
When I cut Shinji's throat using Nikkei's hands, Shinji was still unconscious. If he got up only after everyone left the scene, then he would have never known that I had interfered. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, because you had interfered with the plan, everything went wrong. Shinji should have died on the spot and never woken up. He would have never had the chance to even think about saving Yuki. And how come? Only those with the same power would be able to change the result. So what did I miss?
Then what's with the fire? If he wanted to die, why did he go through the hassle of causing a fire?
Perhaps the fire wasn't what Shinji Kasai originally intended. By the looks of those damaged machines, he tried damaging his body through bruises to kill himself. But our bodies are sturdier than you think. You can't die that easily from crashing your body into things.
Well, he wasn't the brightest one among us all, after all.
Man. Then he could have just used those same glass shots to stab himself.
Super painful, and your survival instincts on that would put a hanker in that, because it's kind of the reason why the leading method of suicide has nothing to do with sharp objects. But anyway,
Hurting yourself using sharp weapons is harder than you might think.
yeah, he's about to explain it.
Why do you think they often use guns to kill themselves? Because all it takes to end yourself is just a little bit of force from the tip of your fingers. Who here can confidently say that they are physically capable of killing themselves with sharp weapons?
It seems like everything has been settled then. To summarize it, Shinji went on a rampage trying to end his own life. And when the machines broke down and the fire let loose, he decided to go down that route, correct?
Well, we can't confirm anything for sure since no one actually saw him killing himself. But by the looks of it, that looks to be the most probable theory.
Big Bro killed himself just to save me? Why? I even stabbed him. I trusted Nikkei's words and suspected him as a traitor. Why?
Yuki.
You! This is all your fault, Nikkei Yomiuri! What's wrong with you? Why did you do this? What is your plan, and why did you go this far with it? Why would you lie to us?
Let's just end the trial for now. I've got work to do.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. He's entertaining to watch, and his writing is interesting, but he is a piece of shit.
Absolutely.
Hey, Monocro, start the voting.
Wait,
Iroha?
so do we have to vote for Nikkei? No.
Oh, she's so stupid. She's so stupid. She's so dumb. Sweetie, you have not been listening.
Shinji killed himself, but it was Nikkei who planned everything. And, what? Wait, is that not it? Who's the blackened then?
Were you fucking asleep this whole time?
No, I get what happened. I got it, but...
I mean, this case isn't your normal murder case, granted. Then how about we go through everything once more, just to explain it to Iroha?
Please, God, no. We've wasted enough time. Just don't.
No, we gotta kill Osiria's throat.
It's already done, please.
Yes, please?
With Nikkei telling us the truth, we finally matched every single piece of the puzzle. This is the end. Let us go over the whole case one final time. Yeah, I guess. Let me take a sip.
Yeah. A for the details. But we won't need the details.
We won't need anything because we have fucking Iroha's skill and it just gives you all the damn answers. Which is fine for longer cases like this one, because then it's just like, oh, my brain, help. Anyway. Fucking 5 pages.
Weep. What a winning smile.
He's such a little shit. I'm not bullying him for that reason. He's such a little shit. Like, it makes sense why he's the fan favorite, because he's a despicable piece of shit of a man, which that tends to be everyone's type.
Yeah.
But, like, it's still funny to bully him. Like, it's funny that he is not only the fan favorite, but everyone still bullies him even so. And I'm like, good. As you should. Just like you should with Kinjo.
He deserves it.
Absolutely. Shitty men deserve to be given a hard time.
Absolutely.
This is still why I bully my husband too, because he's a piece of shit as well.
It's just more entertaining that way.
Absolutely.
Shinji being a trooper.
Mm-hmm.
Explosion.
Mans is on fire. Whoa, Huz! Alright.
Well, at least we expelled Utsuro for some time.
For now, it seems. Before we go over this case, let me remind you that this whole case was planned by Nikkei. He first dropped false info on us to bait, telling us that someone is helping with Void behind our backs. After the meeting, Nikkei used a stun gun to kidnap Yuki and took him over to the power room. And he called over the real culprit of this case to create the situation he wanted. Nikkei's goal was to push Yuki into killing someone. As soon as Yuki woke up, he used the stun gun on himself to knock himself out. Witnessing this scene, Yuki mistakenly thought that the culprit had attacked Nikkei. Here, Yuki said the culprit rushed to attack him, rushed him to attack him, but in reality, it was an act to save Yuki from an unknown danger. However, Yuki panicked, grabbing one of the glass shards lying on the ground to stab the culprit's throat. It's a brutal CG.
Yeah.
After realizing that he had killed someone, he ran away from the scene in fear. It was at this moment that I entered the power room from the secret passageway below and witnessed the whole thing. And I also made a mistake. I thought that Yuki had killed someone. At the time, there were 2 people in the power room. The culprit, who was bleeding beneath the pile of rubble, and the unconscious Nikke. After checking up on the culprit, I realized that he had somehow miraculously survived the wounds. However, the thought that that crossed my mind was not to save the dying culprit, to save Yuki from becoming the culprit himself. To be honest, I still don't know why I thought it was okay to do that.
Look at how they hold hands.
I had a joke, but I lost it. Anyway. After gripping the glass shard with Nikke's unconscious hands, I used the hand to cut the culprit's throat. And this, by the rule of the last person to harm the victim becoming the culprit, the killer was no longer Yuki. Though I admit I did something horrifying to Nikke in return for that.
Don't feel bad. He deserves it.
It's karmatic justice. After I ran away from the power room, Nikke soon woke up. We first believed his words that he ran away in fear from the crime scene, thinking of himself as a victim in all this. In reality, he must have been thrilled, as his real objective was to make Yuki the black end of this case. The culprit was dead, and it looked like Yuki had ran away from the crime scene. However, unbeknownst to him, I had interfered, and his hand was even used in the crime. When Nikke left the scene, there was only the culprit left in the power room. But, by some stroke of luck, he was still alive. It was because both Yuki and I didn't check if he actually died after doing our deeds. The culprit wasn't some traitor for the Voids. In fact, he was someone who we knew and loved all this time. Even in his dying breath, he thought of Yuki, the one who had stabbed him. That's absolutely Yamaguchi and Kanata parallel. That's intentional, Lanuge. Don't hurt me like this. Soon, after checking the state he was in, the culprit made the brave decision to kill himself in order to save Yuki from becoming the Blackened. In other words, he committed suicide. At first, he tried bashing his body into machines inside the power room. Traces of blood on the machines prove this. That enough wasn't going to cut it. At that moment, the machines broke down and caught fire. As a firefighter, the culprit must have known how fire can be used to end someone's life. So he jumped into the fire willingly to end his own life. In the meantime, the power room was located deep under the tower, that it took a while for us to notice the fire. We all soon gathered at the power room, and we each thought to ourselves. What first came to mind for Yuki, Nikke, and me was how the place caught fire. This was to be expected, as none of us had caused the fire ourselves. This was later used as evidence to deduce that the culprit had committed suicide. While the others were in despair that we had suffered yet another victim. Yes, in the end, this case had no actual culprit. It had happened because Shinji Kasai got caught up in the stage that Nikke Yomiuri had set up.
Man.
Goodbye, Shinji. You will be missed.
Trooper.
Yeah, honestly.
Goodest boy.
Yeah, he's very good.
You!
Honestly, Yoriko should be the owner and Nikke's the fucking cat with how much she's going in on him here.
I'm very much challenging the you in the...
Yeah, I know. I love it. Yoriko?
Sora, can I beat this guy up? Druids still don't work, right?
I don't know. Monochrome seems fixed at the moment. No violence. Yoriko, I mean, the rules still don't apply yet, but still.
Just... why? Why would you do this to us? You piece of shit! Bro... why? Why would you save someone like me?
Oh my god, this is driving me insane. This is a reflection of both Case 3 and 2 of DRA. It's got a mix of, like, Ayame Akane parallels in there. It's got a mix of Yamaguchi Kanata parallels in there. God. Now that I look at this through a whole different lens, I kind of like Trial 4 a bit more now. At first, I've been, like, kind of mixed each time I've gone through this trial, like, meh. But now that I have the context of the first game, I'm like, okay, this actually is pretty good.
It's a big oof of a trial. Big oof.
Yes, it's big sads.
Yeah, and I also see Sakura's case in it with changing a lot of hands and ending with suicide. It has a lot of references.
I think that's intended, is that Lena's just trying to reference, like, more than one thing here. Like, 2 things from his work and then some from canon, because, like, this is a fangin, after all.
Yuki, are you alright? Don't be too hard on yourself. Let's think positively. Perhaps it's all a theory. A game theory. We're not even 100% sure that he died for you. Maybe he died because he felt like it. You are not helping. Please stop.
Iroha. I mean this. I mean this as gently as possible. Please cease speaking. Like, just sew your mouth shut. Don't talk anymore.
Can we vote and leave now?
Please. Before
Please.
Iroha becomes the next murder victim.
God, she really would. Either her and Nikke are both on the chopping block here, honestly.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a reason to smack them around in the trial room. Nikke, I did something horrible to you. I know I have no right to say anything to you. In the end, we both survived. We both weren't the culprits. So please, tell us. Tell us why you did this. Yeah, this part. That was alright. That's an alright score. Yeah, fuck you for the C, I know. It was the 0.3 that beat our ass.
Yeah.
Quo! Yay, Quo!
Hey, more Crow!
More monies.
Awesome. Has everyone calmed down? I apologize first for not properly doing my job on this island due to my recent memory loss. But the class trial must still go on. And whatever roadblock we had faced, we still must put an end to this. Now then, please vote for the culprit using the switch in front of you. Keep in mind, though I imagine none of you tried pushing the panel belonging to the dead. You still can vote for a dead person by doing that, so no worries. Now, will the choice be the correct answer or not? Let us see.
This is Shinji.
Hmm.
Mr. Shinji.
That's a big oofens.
Yeah. Doesn't even light up.
Yeah, because it's showing that no one's the culprit. Wow. Trial done. God bless.
By the way, we are already at 1 hour and 13 minutes.
Yeah, this would be a good place to cut it before the monologue.
In the end, they talk too much.
I do. That's the thing. My bitches talk way too much. Oh my god. I know that. That's why I gave them to me. But I'm just like, good lord, shut up sometimes. Like all of my bitches talk too. Not just a few of them. All of them talked. And I'm like, okay.
Alrighty then,
Yeah.
then I guess we gotta save it for next time.
Yeah.
Then until next time, bye bye.
Bye.